afford and not record.
Welcome to the BYOK Live, where we discuss the trending stories, strangest dilemmas, and real life topics. Okay now, lovelies, let's get into some things. Hello, lovelies. It is Monday, October 24th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Happy Monday, or almost Tuesday. How was your Monday? I have to say this Monday was pretty quick, pretty productive. No complaints per se, so that's always a good thing, right? If you are on anything, if you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe. If you are on Twitch, please follow. If you're listening on any of the audio versions, be sure to follow me, leave a comment. Just let me know what you think. Also, you can find me on all social media monikers at BeYourOwnKind24. And remember, you're the most fantastic person you'll ever know. All right, so now it's time to get into something. You know, I used to have little dividers, like that. Like, for instance, this was one of them.
I gotta go in.
I just wanted to play that. Okay, so let's get into the first thing. You know, I'm very random, very, very random. Okay, so courtesy of On Site, have you guys heard of deep fried boiled eggs? Well, me neither. And if you have, okay. My friend was just telling me that they're actually delicious and they're like wrapped up in beef or some type of meat or something like that. I don't know. But courtesy of It's On Site, it says, click, y'all trying it, deep fried boiled eggs. And then this person says, free my people from the shackles of fried food. Then they're saying, y'all frying the chicken at every stage. And then she's like, right, and then not a fried embryo. I done seen it all. They play too much. No, stop what do they dip them in before frying? I don't know what you would dip a boiled egg in. And they said, I found a TikTok and they said a honey butter sauce. Hot honey butter sauce, she say. As Black people, why do we need a crunch on everything? I want to taste it, but I'm just asking. You know, I don't know if I'm like, that's something that I want to try. I don't even like boiled eggs. The only part of the boiled egg I like is like the white, the egg white part. I'm not into that yolk. I don't know. It just feels real gummy. It just don't feel right. And so then the next one is, it's low everybody's saying low vibrations lately. And then this one is saying, listen, this is some ungodly stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I try it. I don't know. I am not a fan of the boiled egg. But hey, if someone has tasted the crunchy boiled egg, let me know how it is, because I'm very curious. So I want, in lieu of almost Halloween, someone thought it was great to take a close-up picture of an ant. Have you ever wondered what an ant looked like close up? I have not. I mean, they're little, cute little creatures, and so I will never look at them like that again after looking at this picture. Look at this. Look at the red eyes. Look at the little bitty teeth. Like, it's giving, I don't know, horror. And so this is courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk. He says, whoa, who knew ants look like this up close? Right. So this person's CNN says, no, this photo doesn't portray one of the new creatures on HBO's House of Dragon or an outtake from a horror movie. It's an award-winning close-up photo of an ant. The terrifying portrait was captured by Eugenius Kavaliauskas. I tried. A Lithuanian photographer. The eye-popping photo is one of 57 images of distinction in Nikon's Small World photo micrography competition. What is it? I can't say it. Competition. Let me quit trying. So, this ant looks really scary. For those that's on the audio version, it looks ultimately scary. And I feel like half of the words I couldn't read anyway. So here's I get really choked up on certain words, like certain letters together, and I try. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So here's a quick little plug. This is an upcoming interview. I got an interview, y'all. Interview coming up that's going to be published on Friday. Hopefully I can have like a little snippet of it to show you guys tomorrow, of Danielle Portis. So she is hosting a Queensgiving 2022, November 26th at 5 p.m. Central Time. What does it involve? So if you hit register now, it's at danielleportis.com. Maybe I should make a thing so you guys can see that. So DANIE. You know what? Why do I make things so hard? I'm just going to copy and paste it. And then I'll put it over here and you guys can see it because I'm going to advertise it every day. So yeah, so you would go to danielleportis.com, and it says this year's theme is healing, community, and strategy, and a guarantee that you'll leave with all three. Be prepared to take notes, make connections, and be immersed in supernatural positive vibes over a fulfilling meal and looking amazing while doing it. Time and location, like I said, November 26th, 5 to 9. This is the third annual Queensgiving dinner. Is a reminder that you're worthy to be served, poured into, and an activation to your next level in 2023. When it comes to healing, Queensgiving is the perfect blend of business and pleasure. Hear from licensed professionals, connect with great women, network and participate in activities, raffles, and more. I'm really excited. I'm going to actually be here, so I would love to see you here if you're in the Chicagoland area. Check this out. Come to this. Yeah, I'm definitely coming. And it might be a giveaway for someone to come and join me. So stay tuned on that. Stay tuned. All right. So let's get into a positive quote of the night. And it is courtesy of Self-Care with Wall. It says, if you haven't met all the people, let's start over. You haven't met all the people who will love you, and you haven't found all the things that will make you happy. There will always be new authors and musicians and artists whose work you will one day discover and love. There will always be new hobbies and skills for you to learn and feel fulfilled by. There will always be new things around the corner that will bring sudden and unexpected happiness. I love this, love this, love this, because there's going to always be new adventures around the corner. It's going to always be new chapters that are birthed. There's going to always be new ideas, new discovery. That's what life is all about. If we're always in the minutia, if we're always just looking at the same thing every time, where's the growth in that and where's the adventure? So I thought that this was just an excellent thing to share with you guys. And don't stop the adventure. You're never too old, never too young to start an adventure, and you don't get to the point where you get to stop the adventure. Keep adventuring. That's what I want to say. All right, before we get into the next topic, let's get into a commercial by Miss Michi.
Y'all, it's your girl, Miss Michi, checking in with my girl, Renita from Be Your Own Kind. You know that's my sis. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today.
Okay. If you want to connect with Miss Michi, follow her on IG at Miss Michi, or you can email her contact@missmichi.com if you want to get into what she got going on. Also, she has a shop. It's moving around. Also, she has a shop at missmichi.com/shop. You use the code BYOK and you will receive 15% off her products. Get into my girl. All right, let's get into the next topic. All right, courtesy of, I guess, Twitter. Cora Harrington, she says, I don't know how to overstress that if Shein is literally the only place you can shop, none of these threads are about you. But that's not true for most people. Shein's average customer is middle class and buys in hauls multiple times a year. So what is she talking about? Well, courtesy of the New York Times, which now I have to share because it disappeared. It says, hey, what is this? You've reached your limit. What are you talking about? I never even read this. I wonder if I can. Okay, What is this? Okay, let me see if I can find something else about Shein labor. Because New York Times won't let me be great. So is this the soon? Okay, let's do the one that's 8 days ago. Okay, so are you serious? Register to read this for free. How am I reaching my limit? Rolling Stone. Okay, so the China-based fast fashion clothing line, you know what I'm not finna do. Basically, it's poor labor. It's cheap labor and it's unfair. And I actually have a Rolling Stone, but I have no idea what my login is. So this is just something I'm not gonna do. So basically Shein is not where you need to be. So it says, let's just go off of Twitter. When I try to do publication, it did not work. That is okay. So the average Shein customer can afford better choices. They just don't want to. And it's okay to say that, actually. It's okay to make subtext. Pollution and exploited labor are okay. So as long as you can buy 10 dresses for $100. So they're saying most of us talking about this are very deliberate about the words we use and the way we phrase things. The anger comes from the cognitive dissonance of people wanting to be good people but who make bad choices. So she's upset basically for anyone that is shopping Shein due to the poor conditions of the workers that we cannot read because it is not helping us. I'm trying to see if I can find it on my. You know what? Let's go to commercial while I try to find an article so we can have better context. I'll be right back. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. People often think anxiety looks one way, but it has many faces and many emotions that sometimes can be overwhelming and daunting. I know about this feeling all too well because at a point I felt powerless to my emotions, almost to the point of drowning in them. So I decided to seek out a therapist to later learn that I have generalized anxiety disorder. If you have been experiencing the same feeling, please know that BetterHelp is here to help. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. You have the option of talking with a therapist in a private, online environment at your convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in under 48 hours. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific need, and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you will schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you get to exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. Thanks to therapy, I learned the tools that I needed to conquer my anxiety and over-obsessive thinking. I did it afraid, and I took that leap to talk with someone, to later learn that it was going to be okay and that I was going to be okay. Please know that you can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 3 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. And better yet, get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/BYOK. That's betterhelp.com/BYOK because you deserve it. If you've been wondering how you can help the BYOK platform, you want to know more. Here are 3 ways that you can support my platform. Number 1, share. This is the best option because it's free. All you have to do is press the button, share here, share there, and if you want to take it a step further, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks in advance. The second thing is we have Ko-fi, which is a platform where you can donate your matcha tea. $3 at the least. Any money that you have given into the platform, we thank you and we appreciate it. No amount is too small, and of course, no amount is too big. And then the third thing, subscribe to our mailing list. Another free thing. Also, all of the content that is in the newsletter will not always be posted on social media. As always, thank you for your support, and as always, be sure to be kind to yourself and yourself. I am sorry to give you all that commercial overload, but I found an article because I really wanted to talk about this because Shein is really like um is getting really popular, right? And so now I'm conflicted, right? So I found an article courtesy of the Sixth Tone, and hopefully they'll let me read it. So, in South China, inside a cramped, dingy workshop, workers hunch over sewing machines under the greenish glow of fluorescent strip lights. It's past 9 p.m. and the temperature inside the room is sweltering, but the women continue working at a rapid pace. As they finish each piece of clothing, they slip it into a turquoise plastic bag and toss it into a towering pile of ready to ship items. The workshop is one of hundreds of tiny unregistered businesses in this ramshackle urban village in Guangzhou, a southern Chinese megacity that churned out garments from the secretive fast fashion powerhouse Shein. The e-commerce platform has become a favorite of Gen Z shoppers. I love me some Shein in the West by offering thousands of new styles a week at ultra low prices. It's now valued at an estimated $15 billion and recently overtook H&M and Zara as the United States top selling fast fashion retailer. And H&M was the stuff. But at Six Tone investigation has found that Shein uses a range of troubling practices to ensure it can produce clothes quicker and cheaper than the competition. Tactics that leave thousands of Chinese workers vulnerable and exploitation. In July, Six Tone traveled to Guangzhou, Shein's main production based in China, and spoke with dozens of workers, factory bosses, and workshop owners involved with the company's supply chain. While the sampling only covered a limited part of Shein's sprawling Chinese supply network, this reporting uncovered a consistent pattern of loose oversight and poor working conditions. It says these workshops frequently flout Chinese labor laws and are considered a fire risk. Local factory owners and labor experts told Six Tone many are illegal businesses and have no formal contract with Shein, making it difficult for the company to verify whether workers are well treated. At a major Shein logistics center, meanwhile, warehouse staff said they struggle to cope with the intense work, which can involve walking dozens of kilometers a shift with few rest breaks. I need my glasses, sorry. Shein recruits many of the order pickers via dispatch agencies, a controversial practice in China that can prevent workers from defending their rights. Though Shein is far from alone in using such practices, experts told Six Tone that the company's aggressive business model, and especially its use of an opaque network of subcontractors, is undermining efforts to improve labor conditions in China's fast fashion industry. What makes this even different from Gap or what's the other one? Old Navy. It's the cheaper the fry, the more they cost, the upcharge, and it's just bad, less poor labor laws, and just poor labor. So it's really unfortunate that Shein is, and look at that, $15 billion, and they can't even make sure that the workers are in workable situations, and that they're being treated fairly or in like temperature controlled environment. Opening the black box, Shein has gone to great lengths to keep its supply chain hidden from the world. Despite its spectacular success, the company has a reputation of extreme secrecy, leading one investor to dub it China's most mysterious billion-dollar company. The firm started out as an e-commerce outfit based in the eastern Chinese city of Nanjing in 2008, which focused on exporting made-in-China wedding dresses to the Western market. In 2012, it adopted the name Sheinside.com and expanded into a broad range of women's apparel. Because Shein came out of nowhere. Like, I was seeing it and I'm like, they ain't got my size. And then someone my size was like, they do have your size, and I'm like, okay, well, let me shop Shein. It was so cheap. It was so good. And I should have known better. But we don't think about these things when we're purchasing things. We don't think about the conditions. We don't think about the labor laws. We think about our pockets. Like, hey, it's cheaper to purchase things at Shein. I even just purchased a dress, and I think after I purchased the dress, my friend was just like, "Oh my God, have you read about what's going on there?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not." So now it's like I don't want to shop there. And so it's basically up to you, up to you if you want to shop at Shein. But I'm just spreading the news of what's going on just in case you didn't know. So Shein is amongst the least transparent fashion brands. The Chinese startup is one of the several brands and retailers that score 0 on supply chain traceability. It's saying they're up there with Tom Ford, Fila, Armani, Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana, Macy's, and more. That's crazy. That is crazy. So this is the conditions in which they're working on. This says this is an exterior view of the building where Chen's factory is located in Guangzhou, Guangdong Province, July 2021. This is the working conditions for a $15 billion. Yes, this is the working conditions. So, yeah, they got to do better. This person says, I have no time to sit and take a rest. I feel exhausted at the end of the day. We just have to do people better. We have to do people better. Paying the price, the owner of children's wear. Cutting costs, I didn't read this prior because the one I did have didn't work. But cutting costs is especially important for the business in South China. $15 billion, don't know why. The region's once mighty garment industry is struggling to remain competitive as labor and operating expenses rise. Many fashion brands have moved production to cheaper markets like Vietnam, while factory wages are often less than half of those in China. But Guangzhou's workshops have partly shielded themselves from this trend. Rent in the urban villages is dirt cheap by local standards, and the tiny businesses can often circumvent Chinese regulations. Their staff, however, often pay the price for these cost-cutting measures. Though the workshop phone, I'm not talking to you. Though the workshops operate in broad daylight, many appear to be part of the gray economy. Most of the workshops fail to display a business license, and they're legally required to do. Many also didn't have signboards indicating their company names. And this, once again, these are the conditions. So, yeah, this is a long article, and it's www.sixtone.com if you want sixtone if you want to get into this even more. But it just seemed like it's all over the place. And look at all of these bags, and he's just sitting there probably trying to get a break. Yeah. So like I said, to each his own. If you want to keep shopping at Shein, go ahead and do so. But I know there are a lot of people that just don't feel right doing that because they're thinking of the poor working conditions. And one person could say, well, that's not going to stop, the working conditions. Yeah, but we don't have to be a part of that either if you don't want to. This is a no judgment zone, but just want to give you the news. All right, now here's some more unfortunate news. Wow, I didn't know it was so much unfortunate news. This is courtesy of Twitter from the New York Times. Afraid to click on it because they might not let me read it. But breaking news, a gunman killed at least 2 people and injured 7 at a St. Louis high school. This happened today. The gunman was killed, the police said. And like I said, we won't be able to get in there because, yeah. So, let me see if I can find. I'm so sorry, y'all. I didn't know that they were gonna New York Times was gonna be like, nope. Let me see here. St. Louis Today will definitely let us read it. Okay, so let's go to St. Louis Today. So teacher and teen killed in shooting at South St. Louis High School. Suspect is dead. So they're saying St. Louis, a gunman entered the South St. Louis High School on Monday with a long gun and multiple high-capacity magazines, shooting a teenage girl and a health teacher to death and injuring several others before police shot and killed, authorities said. Police identified the suspect late Monday as Orlando Harris, 19 years old, a graduate last year of the school. Central Visual and Performing Arts High School at Arsenal Street and South Kings Highway near Tower Grove Park. One survivor heard the shooter say he was tired of everybody in the school. Police said the damage could have been far worse. The shooter's gun jammed at one point, one student said, giving kids time to escape. And police found more than a dozen 30-round magazines on him. Authorities did not release the names of the woman and the teenage girl who died. My God. But relatives of the woman identified her to the Post-Dispatch as 61-year-old Jean Kuxa, who taught health and physical education. She was a mother of five. Oh my God. My prayers go out. And I know a lot of people are just so tired of the prayers thing because there's so many kids dying just unnecessarily. And family and friends said sophomore Alexandria Bell, 16, loved art and dance and was consistently smiling. Four other students were shot and injured, two in the leg, one in the arm, and one in the hands and jaw. Two more students suffered abrasions, and a girl fractured her ankle. Interim St. Louis Police Commissioner Michael Sachs said Monday evening that he was extremely proud of the police response. The call for an active shooter came in at 9:11 a.m. and the shooter was shot 15 minutes later on the school's third floor because the last shooting, the police were just outside of the school and nothing was done. If you guys don't remember that, he said a security officer saw the man trying to enter the building and the police were alerted. Well, he did enter the building. Several parents and St. Louis Mayor Tashara O'Johns also commended the police response. This could have been much worse. And it's easy to say that, but tell that to the five children of the teacher and tell that to the parents of that 16-year-old. There and the kids that were shot. There are two magnet high schools on campus, Central Visual and Performing Arts, with about 400 students, and Collegiate School of Medicine and Bioscience with about 300. David Williams, a math teacher at school, said the school principal came over the loudspeaker around 9 a.m. and said the code phrase that indicates a shooter is in the building. When Williams heard multiple shots outside his classroom, and one of the windows on the classroom door was shot out. He heard a man say, "You are all going to F and die." Police hadn't said how many shots were fired inside the school. Elijah Pullman, a 15-year-old sophomore, said it was chaos when the code came over the loudspeaker. He said he texted his parents that he loved them, then heard four gunshots and took off running. He said he almost ran into a body in the hallway on his way out. I don't even know how to deal with it, he later said. I'm scared, I'm sure. These are just children going to school. Like, it's just children going to school. It's not even, you don't even have a right to be, people can't even be safe at school. So Raymond J. Parks, a dance teacher at the school, said he was about to teach a ballet class when he saw the shooter wearing all black with a long gun out of the corner of his eye. Parks said the man pointed the gun at him but did not fire for some reason. Tanya Golston, 16, was in the dance class when the shooting started. He said, "I'm tired of this damn school and I'm tired of everybody in this damn school." Tania said that the shooter's gun eventually jammed and that she was able to run for safety. Renaya Cole was in the dance class too, stretching when she heard the gunshot. We hid in a corner behind the mat. Once the gunman ran off, Renaya and her classmate darted out of the school to a vacant Walgreens building. Nyla Jones, a ninth grader at the school, said she was in math class with the shooter fired into the room from the hallway but could not get into the classroom. Students piled into the corner of the room and tried not to move as the shooter banged on the door, she said. Rand Owens, 18, a senior at CVPA, said students thought it was a drill at first, then we heard noises. Once you heard the boom, said teacher Michael DeFilippo, all the chuckling and laughing in the back of the room stopped. Tanaya Lumpkin was in speech and debate class at the time. She said a staff member told them to close and lock the door as they do for an intruder drill, but they didn't know if it was real or not. Next thing you know, we just heard gunshots, Tanaya said. First single shots rang out, then multiple, then single again, she said. Jemiah Hampton, 16, was in vocal class on the fourth floor of the building when she heard gunshots on the third floor. I heard one big one, and then there were so many I stopped counting, she said. I'm confused why people are so cruel. This is a scene outside of the school. Really? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at these parents. They don't even know if their kids are alive. Look at these worried parents. Oh my God. Not right now. Right. Dude, you do not see these parents? I mean, anyway, by 9:30 a.m., the area around the school was blocked off by police, ambulance, and a SWAT van. Students and staff streamed from the buildings with hands in the air, filling up Hereford Street toward the Schnucks grocery store on Arsenal, where hundreds of evacuees gathered. There, students and their parents reconnected, hugging and crying. One boy was consoling his mother. I'm glad it's over. My friends are alive. It's okay, Mom. It's okay. I'm here. Early Monday, Mayor Jones and Representative Cori Bush spoke at the first news conference of the day. It's so unfair, Jones said. I'm heartbroken for these families. Our children shouldn't have to experience this. This is so sad. This is so sad. Like, I just don't understand, where are the preventative measures for this? Where are the detectors? Where are I mean, some type of something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in earlier, I went to school in Chicago and you couldn't get in and out that school because they had the metal detectors there. You couldn't go in and out that school. In the inner cities, you can't even go in and out off these schools. But when you go to these other schools that have the higher property tax, where is the security there? Why is he able to come through a back door? Where is there even here where I'm at? I was trying to go into to my old high school just to visit an old teacher. I couldn't even get in. They had to I like, it was a video camera. I had to say who I am before I even got buzzed in. But even when they buzzed me in, I was about a half a mile away before I even got to the principal's office. That's not secure enough. What if I was somebody, on some crazy stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that, I know we want the kids to feel safe, but at this point, if safety means extra security measures to keep them safe from the start of school to the end of school, then let's do that. Let's do that. Like, time is out for appearances. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really, really is. And so when I saw that today, I looked it up. Like, I was wondering how many shootings has it been. Of course, this one wasn't counted today, but according to edweek.org, there have been 35 school shootings that resulted in injuries or deaths so far in 2022. 36 if we count this one. With 2.5 months left in the year, that surpasses the previous record of 34 shootings that Education Week tracked in all of 2021. The record total comes as state and federal lawmakers continue to debate responses to the May 24th shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, where 19 students and 2 teachers died after a gunman barged into their building. What are we deliberating from May 24th to October 24th? And how spooky is that it's on the 24th day, a couple of months later? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we debating? Why are we not taking extra money and putting security into the schools? It is easier to walk into a school than it is to go into a concert. Once you go into a concert, they patting you down, they checking your purse, all types of stuff, throwing your stuff away. You ain't walking in a concert with a weapon. You're not walking in a government building with a weapon. Why when we have with kids there, why is there no extra preventative measures in place? That is my question on that. Like, why not? I don't get it. And then Texas thought that they could make it better, I guess, according to the Jasmine brand, is that a Texas public school give parents DNA kits to identify their children's bodies in case of an emergency following the Robb Elementary School mass shooting. So the state of Texas has decided to send public school students home with DNA kits designed to assist their guardians in identifying their children in case of an emergency. According to reports back in 2021, the Texas State Legislature passed Senate Bills number 2158, a law demanding that the Texas Education Agency provide identification kits to school districts and open enrollment charter schools for distribution to the parent or legal custodian of certain students. The law was passed a year before the unfortunate Texas, what we just talked about, mass shooting that took place at Robb Elementary School. However, reports claim public school districts across Texas have only recently started to hand out the identification kits and a few months after the tragedy occurred, but yet still no security in the school. Somebody help me. And so they're going back into May 24th. We were just talking about that. And so Jamil Hill said, just let this sink in. Rather than lift a finger to curtail the easy access to guns, I think he said lift. I think he meant lift. The state decided to issue DNA kits. The obvious privacy issues are one thing, but this is proof we're not even trying anymore. Children being murdered is completely acceptable. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Where's the security? Where's the security in that? So my heart goes out to the family. I didn't even want to get into that, but when I was looking at what to talk about, I'm like, well, I have to talk about this. I don't really have any more to say about that. My heart just goes out to the families of anybody who has lost a child in that situation, of anybody. So to lighten the mood, the town of Greenwood, Mississippi unveils a 9-foot bronze statue of Emmett Till. And it looks like it's some video here. So let's see what they have to say here.
The 9-foot bronze sculpture of Emmett Till, unveiled Friday in Greenwood, is truly a larger-than-life memorial to a youngster whose death became a rallying cry for the civil rights movement. Hundreds turned out to see the first such statue dedicated to Till, an emotional image for those who grew up in the Mississippi Delta.
I was about 16 years old when this happened, when Emmett Till was killed.
Walter Ware, born and raised in Leflore County, will never forget the fear Till's death sent through the area.
Everybody was somewhat of afraid that other people would be killed the same way that he was killed. I think that it's been long overdue. It should have been done a long time ago.
The city's mayor hopes the statue will be a catalyst for change in attitude and tolerance.
I hope it shows that, we can't change the past, but we can certainly do something about the future. And so I hope that it shows that we are compassionate, we are caring, and this should never, ever happen again.
According to the artist, the sculpture is designed to stand for 1,000 years. And for many, today's event is the first step toward that future.
I want us to look right and left to each other and say, we will do better in the spirit of young Emmett. In the spirit of this memorial, we won't let his death be in vain.
Mike Suriani, WREG News Channel.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I know the last news about Emmett Till, they were actually trying to lock up the woman who falsely accused him. I don't know what happened with that, unless they were just in front of her house torturing her. And some people were really happy about it in the comments, and some people were kind of like, well, watch, this doesn't last long and whatever. And they said someone's going to vandalize this statue in the future. But today, let's just celebrate it, happening in Mississippi and it being there. So I think I played all of the commercials while I was trying to figure out that Shein. So we're just gonna keep going because I don't have any more commercials. So let's just keep going through. All right. So now that we've talked about some serious stuff, the rest of this show is all about what's been going on this weekend. It's always some crazy stuff that happens over the weekend. I don't know if people wait till Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to just release it all as far as our celebrities or whatever. But yeah, so Tasha K, I don't know if she's a celebrity, but she is a blogger that everybody knows that she owes Cardi $4 million. We all know that. So she thought it was pretty, she just won't stop. And she thought it was cool to expose, I guess, Megan Thee Stallion and Tiana Taylor over some house mess. So I think this is backwards, but let's see. So this is basically what Tasha K says because she had time. She said, and tell your minion blogger, which she's referring to this blogger that I can't see the name of it now. It says, and tell your minion blogger he got the story wrong. Ain't nobody say nothing about Tiana selling that home because of you. What I said, which is Megan Thee Stallion, what I said is that she is selling the home she let Megan Thee Stallion rent, and Megan damaged it. And now that your home was burglarized, she don't care because karma is a B. How do we know that's how Tiana feel? And Tasha said, you damaged that lady house. she had to run you down for her bread. EJ suggested you rent out one of her homes to that lady on top of trying to skip out on damages and back rent. EJ had to run you down for his $80K and work he did for you. Meg, please. Yeah, you rented the home then, but they both had to run you down for the bread you owed them. Okay. She only cares about this. And so Megan liked this. I guess this is from the blog that says they were just trying to explain, like, you know, everything that Tasha was saying was false, but Tasha is convinced that this is what happened. This to me was funny, and this is why I want to share this, because if I don't know what's going on with a person, it definitely was Nikki.
You know, she done fucked up Tiana house. You know what I'm saying? Tiana had to sell that house. Remember all them damages to that house?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
She has no idea what she's talking about.
You know, Megan was renting that house. And that's why her and EJ fell out. You know what I'm saying? That's just something we talked about on the live. You know, they can come watch it. But what you got going on though? What new song you got coming out now?
Yo, am I confused? Is everybody else confused? Tasha, you said was talking about Tiana Taylor?
If I don't know what you're talking about.
I was talking about Tiana Taylor on my live stream on YouTube. You had asked.
I know, but what did you say?
What I said was, damn, I got to go through the commentary again. What I said was Tiana Taylor sold the house that she rented, and we just talking about Megan.
So basically, here's the thing. Why would Nikki even engage in this when she's got her own little spat she got with everybody? But I don't know why she just can't have a random conversation, Tasha K, without exposing somebody. Like, she can't help herself. She just can't help herself. She's like, let me tell you, but what was that girl from Color Purple? One of my favorite bloggers had a picture of Tasha K face on that, but she was like, but you ain't heard that from me. Like, that is what Tasha K remind me of. Like, please, girl, please, just pay the $4 million and stop it, please. So anyway, I thought this was really funny. Like I said, the rest of this is light. So it says, what TV show cancellation turned you into the cold, heartless monster you are today? Like, what is a show that you love so much and they just canceled it out of the blue? I would say Star. Star was my show, and I was just so upset that it was no conclusion, nothing. They just cut it off. Like, just because Empire left doesn't mean that Star, and I didn't even watch Empire. I was a Star fan all the way. So here's what some people said. This is courtesy of Black Twitter Threads, which is so funny. So Glow. I didn't watch Glow. Did anybody watch that? Archive 81, the originals, Underground. I heard Underground was good, but I never watched that. Guess I can watch it up until it was canceled. Lovecraft Country. I really love that, but they might have canceled it because one of the main characters passed away. That's what I'm assuming. Here we go. Star. Man, I'm so sad Star is still gone. Grand Army, Heroes, the Lion Game, Twisted. Never saw any of these. Half and Half. Yes, Half and Half was such a good show. I love that show. The game before it was on BET, like, it was really good before that. And then The Society, never heard of that. They said I can rationalize a lot of decisions, but this one always stumped me. I mean, why? It was critically acclaimed. Everyone was talking about it. They even announced season 2, letting the writers leave it on a cliffhanger and then throwing it away. This person is upset. Game of Thrones, they're mad that ended, but I feel like that ended like with an ending. That wasn't like an abrupt type thing. True Blood, I never seen that. Siren, The Secret Circle, The Get Down. I want to say I saw this and then it got canceled. The Cloak Dagger, Everything Sucks, and I've never seen any of these shows. Yeah, so I never seen any of these shows, but Star was the show that I was just like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, so Cardi B graces my graces my topics again because Madonna really upset her, because Madonna woke up yesterday morning with something on her mind. So let's go backwards on it. Madonna says, 30 years ago, I published a book called SEX. In addition to photos of me naked, there were photos of men kissing men, women kissing women, and me kissing everyone. I also wrote about my sexual fantasies and shared my point of view about sexuality in an ironic way. I spent the next few years being interviewed by narrow-minded people who tried to shame me for empowering myself as a woman. I was called a whore, a witch, a heteric, and the devil. Now Cardi B can sing about her WAP. Kim Kardashians can grace the cover of any magazine with their naked butt, and Miley Cyrus can come in like a wrecking ball. You're welcome, bees. Clown face. I think it was the clown face for Cardi because I don't think it wasn't derogatory. I think she was just like, dude, um, dude, like, where's my ode? I think she just wanted to let everybody know, where's my ode? Like, where's my homage? So Cardi says, I literally paid this woman homage so many times, or homage so many times, because I grew up listening to her. She can make her point without putting clown emojis and getting slick out the mouth. These icons really become disappointments once you make it in the industry. That's why I keep to myself. Now, the thing is, I don't think it was a dig towards her, towards Kim, towards Miley. I think she's just saying, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where Madonna was on, but it could have been the clowny face. She says, I know exactly what she said and I understand, but it's about the tone. Calling me bees and putting clown emojis. So here's the thing, Cardi, you call everybody a bee, but I mean, okay. And I think it's the fact that Madonna's white at the end of the day. This person said, why do all these newer artists throw tantrums over being mentioned no matter what the context is? If this irks you so bad, you never would have made it mainstream 10, 13 years ago. Please grow up. And I think that's all Madonna was trying to say. Cardi said, y'all ridiculous. I don't give a F who it is. Nobody's going to disrespect me, especially unprovoked. Are you dumb? She said, exactly said what you want to, but say it. Don't insult me. Nobody's going to little girl me, especially a white woman. And that's what I'm saying. I think that's what it was. And she says, exactly, I'm not deleting S. If it was their favorite artist, they would be crying. But since she mentioned the most hated woman on the internet is, yes, take it. So here's my thing. I feel like Kim Kardashian is more hated than you, Cardi. And then she told her to, suck or whatever, and you're going to hear the tone. So she was really mad. And like I say, she could feel however she wants to feel. However, I don't think Madonna meant it that way. If you know Madonna, that's just how she expressed herself. And that's just how Madonna is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give no excuses for Madonna. Madonna is Madonna. She do what she wants. That's what her and Cardi have in common. So the good news is it was a misunderstanding. Cardi B and Madonna reconciled following their little online clash or whatever. So this is just saying everything that happened. So who put them back together? Hollywood Unlocks Jason Lee. He tweeted that he was on the phone with Madonna and Cardi and that he was listening to both women share their perspective on the communication going on has broadened their love for each other. So what I love what Jason Lee did, which I wish he would do with absolutely everyone, is let's talk and solve this. I think I talked about this last week, like a conversation can just clear up any misunderstanding. So Jason Lee says, on the phone with Madonna and Cardi, listening to both women share their perspective on the communication going on has broadened their love for each other. Love this sign to fly on the wall. So following Lee's update, the two musicians updated fans on Twitter that they had worked things out. I talked to Madonna. It was beautiful. Have a great day and drive safely, y'all. And then Madonna was like, I love you, Cardi B. Always have, always will. She didn't say she didn't like her at all. She just like, because I got ridiculed and because people were making fun of me or downing me, you have the liberty to do what you can do because I took the criticism for it so that you can freely do it and not be criticized for it. And I believe that's all Madonna meant by that. But I'm glad that we can finally see two women talk and it's not like a Twitter beef for like 3 or 4 days like we've been seeing lately. So thank you, Jason Lee, for that. So before we even get off of this subject, look, I am a Madonna fan. I'm a Madonna fan, and I was too young to really understand her point of view because I was a child. However, I do remember the story when she did release that book, and when she was releasing all of these videos, Justify My Love and stuff like that. And I probably shouldn't have been watching, but it was on MTV or whatever. And I believe that I remember when people were calling her out her name and slut shaming her pretty much. And I remember when she released the song Human Nature, and the first words of that song is "I'm not sorry," because they wanted her to issue an apology. And so she's like, okay, I'll apologize. And then she came out with the song Human Nature, which is actually one of my top 5 favorite songs of Madonna. Madonna was a vibe, always has been a vibe, and no one has ever forgotten you, honey, because you're second to none, you know. So I just wanted to I just wanted to fan on her a little bit. This is, and I think this is what she means. Like, remember the comb bra? This was like this was the Vogue age. Like, come on, Vogue. So I did notice that a lot of women are, paying homage to the comb bra. You got Lizzo right here. This is influenced by Madonna, who looks gorgeous. Then you have even Beyonce did it for her Renaissance, and she actually did mention Madonna. She actually did mention Madonna, and she did give her homage. She really did. And then remember this is like a virgin, just like a prayer. This was the time during that. And you see that people are sporting the wedding dress for no reason. So yeah, she's really influenced the culture. She really, really has. And so before we even get off of her, I told you I'm fanning on Madonna here. And so let's just get into how cold she is. She holds no less than 16 official Guinness World Records, including best-selling female recording artist of all time. 305 million albums sold. In 2008, Madonna was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 4 years earlier, she was added to the UK Music of Hall of Fame. Throughout her career, she was nominated 68 times for the MTV Music Awards, 20 of which she won. Only Beyonce has won more than Madonna, and she also was the first female to receive the Video Vanguard Award in 1986. Madonna has won 7 Grammys out of 28 nominations, 2 Golden Globes out of 7 nominations, 2 Brit Awards out of 12 nominations, and 11 International Dance Music Awards out of 21 nominations. She is the highest ranking solo artist on the Billboard Hot 100, act with most consecutive top 5 singles in the Billboard Hot 100. Every single between 1983's Lucky Star and 1989's Cherish reached the top 5. Remember that song? Cherish the thought. Okay, I won't sing. And then artists with the most number 1 hits on one single Billboard chart. Madonna is the undefeated queen of the Billboard Hot Dance Club play. Artists for the most number 1s on all Billboard chart combined. Madonna had a total of 157 hits on different Billboard charts. Female artists with the most certified gold singles. She's 26 of those. Artists with most number 2 hits. 6 of her singles barely missed the top spot and stranded at number 2. Her MDNA World Tour DVD topped the U.S. Billboard Top Music Videos, becoming her 6th consecutive and 10th video to top the chart. I am running out of breath talking about her. The Drown World Tour, I get so tongue-tied, was the highest-selling concert tour of 2001, selling 76.8 million. The Reinvention Tour, in 2004, 124.8 million. The Confessions Tour was the highest selling concert of 2006, $194.7 million. Look, Madonna is that girl. So when she gets up and she say, thank you, you're welcome, I think she means you're welcome. So, and then it says the bomb video of Die Another Day, which I love that song, took second place with a budget of $6.1 million, pushing Express Yourself and Bedtime Story into 3rd and 4th place in this ranking. However, when current inflation of this production cost is taken into account, Express Yourself relatively costs more than Die Another Day and continues to rank as Madonna's most expensive music video. Die Another Day, I love that song. If you ever feeling like you need some type of motivation, that is the song. Yeah. So I love that. I love Madonna. I love everything about her. And yes, ma'am, you deserve your flowers. So, okay, so here we are to our last topic. So I was minding my business this weekend, and of course I run into like this. This is an online family. Their names are the Latruths. So apparently they do little skits and pranks and stuff like that, and so that's how they've been monetizing, making money. And it looks like the father or the husband, he makes music and stuff like that. So apparently there was not a skit, and I think because they play so many pranks, no one is believing Mrs. Latruth when she says that she was abused by her husband. And so Mrs. Latruth released a statement following abuse claims against Mr. Latruth. I am not a liar. This is what she says. So she says, to my cyber family, I am writing this statement because I know that you all have been very concerned with my well-being. I'm not the best at expressing my emotions on live, especially with all that's been going on. First of all, I want you all to know that I'm not a liar and never have been. So then she says, unlike Robert, I am actually trying to heal from this and figure out what my next chapter in life will be. For all of the women who are writing to me and offering support, I appreciate you. And for those of you who have written telling me that you have or are currently going through domestic abuse, I encourage you to leave. God does not condone abuse of any kind. This happens to be a domestic abuse month, by the way. I'm not saying she did it for this, but I'm just saying this is the month that that shines light on this. So I was still confused on what was going on, and so I'm sharing this with you guys because I spent the whole weekend just trying to figure out what happened. So courtesy of the tea in the streets, let me do my little thing here where it says copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I think I can't show too much, but I just want to get into the meat of the conversation.
Tea in the streets, y'all.
So basically, this is what happened. So we're looking at, they just moved in the house. So he's yelling. I don't know who's recording.
Abuse is real, y'all see.
So this is her crying.
Waiting for the police to come.
Okay, she's looking at her. So he's yelling at her.
Yes, you did. Yes, the fuck you did. Yes, the fuck you did.
So they arguing.
Yes, the fuck you did.
That's her father, that guy.
Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, Dad. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
So all we see is steps.
She's grabbing him on the arm.
Okay, there we go.
You see how his energy is right here? Okay, here you can see my wife is coming out. Look, she's grabbing him on the arm. Y'all seen the picture of her hand where...
So the reason why he's making a big deal about her hand is so, okay, here it is. She wanted to grab his phone because she thought that he was cheating on her. And so she started hitting on him first, and he said something about pepper spray, which we'll get into later. And he threw a tote on her, which broke her finger. Like whatever he did and however he threw it or whatever force of that tote, he broke her finger. So even though you see her grabbing, she's not grabbing like with her hands, like, you know, how somebody would grab somebody like this. She's grabbing on the side like that. So wait.
It's supposedly broken, right? All right. You see she's grabbing him on the arm. She's holding the other phone in her hand. You see no injuries.
Like this, though.
Clearly, no hand is broken. Clearly. Look closely. Let me zoom in on here. What's wrong with her hand? It's not broke. She's texting. She's doing all this. She went live. She did all these things. So leave me alone. Stop calling me that.
I don't have time to be playing.
So this is her trying to explain herself.
And joking and lying on shit like that.
So I don't want to go through all of this. So basically she was just trying to say she's not lying because a lot of people were saying like, well, she's lying because they have skits like this all the time. But she really, like, after this video, she was in a video with her kids, which I didn't kind of agree with, that she had her daughter like saying, yeah, he hits on mom all the time. And I'm like, number one, why are we having this conversation with our kids around? And number two, why are we interjecting our kids in that? And that's not good if you go in the court of law, because now it's showing that you know that the kids are in a dangerous environment. Domestic violence affects the entire family, not just the people that are in the relationship. So speaking of the kid, I don't want to get too much into this, but this is a little bit about what the daughter had to say. Why is she online? Girl,
why did he hit me? It's okay. It's just too much to like handle.
I can't hear her.
It's just like, yeah, he grabbed the belt and he basically came in and started yelling and then hit me. And he kept on hitting me. And I was okay with it because he, you know, it was a hit at first. And then he just started hitting me. And at this point, I was like scared because I saw so much anger in his eyes. And he made me like cry, and like it's just
Who is she looking
so
at?
much built into me that I was like terror. I was shaking. He hit me to the point where my skin was literally falling off and I was bleeding. And to that point, I ran to the door. I ran to the door, and he dragged me and threw me, and I tried to escape. And I was calling Brianna's name. I was over there saying, help me. And I was scared of that man. And I said that he wasn't my dad because no person that would drag me like that to put my hand on me to call him my dad. And no, I was scared. I was so scared. I'm still scared to this day because I can't look that man in his eye. He makes me so scared. And everything that he probably did, everything that he probably said to me, saying all these lies to me, I probably did believe them because he's a liar.
This is just, and a lot of people saying she being coached. I'll never say that. But what I will say on this is she should be talking to a counselor and not be on live sharing this most intimate moment that's going on in her life, like detrimenting her trauma. I understand that this is a public family that's on social media, but everything is not for social media. You know, this is something that she should be talking over with her family and not telling us per se. You know, I could see if she was in a situation where both parents were abusive, but it's one per what she's saying, and it's like, where are the parents where you're going live and you're sharing this? And this is unfortunate that stuff like this is on social media. Like, so many intimate or past trauma or traumatic things are being on social media, but then there's no help given. It's just for people's pure entertainment. So my heart goes out to her for feeling like, you know, her dad was abusive. However, in this video that I'm about to show, the mom says that he doesn't hit the kids. So this is why a lot of people were like, well, was she coached or whatever? And it's hard for people to even believe a part of this story because they prank a lot, you know, and they put everything on display. So this is the video I really want to get into because I can hear the gaslighting. I can see that he doesn't really care about who got hurt in the situation. He's just more interested in his reputation and how he is portrayed to the people. So let me start this over. Don't play with me, YouTube. So I watched this. Okay.
Especially when I know I wasn't going to do it.
This is from T in the Streets. So let's start this over.
To talk to her husband and they have a conversation.
So I don't think she knows she's live, by the way.
But I guess she didn't know she was live. So
like
let's get into it.
Just said.
Saying things that would hurt you. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that I'm go elsewhere and get affection. Should have never said it. Especially when I know I wasn't going to do it. Because a man ain't going to say it anyway. He's just going to go do it.
That's
like, I've been asking for affection all this time and telling you what I need from you.
Was that an apology?
That's because I really love you. That's why I'm telling you what I need. Men who don't love their woman don't even tell you what they need. They just go get it.
That's the most gaslighting thing I've ever heard.
Me and you experienced two different things.
She's so pretty.
I just don't know how we experiencing two different things when it's reality of what's happening.
No. What you don't understand is when you put that toe, you did hit me in my head, and you don't understand that I'm not fucking lying. My head fucking hit the top of the toe the second time when I was trying to get up. That's why I put my hand on top of my head to block my head. That's how you end up hitting my finger. I'm not lying. That's what happened. And you keep saying that's not what happened, but it is. Whether or not you tried to do that, that's what happened. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You keep saying that I'm lying, and I'm not lying.
Brianna, the problem with that is that's the only thing that you're talking about is me putting the toad on you, and you know
there's no responsibility for the whole tote situation.
Why I put the toad on. You want me to issue all the apologies. Don't you think you should apologize for the things that led up to that first? Because you're not. And you know I didn't pick a little plastic toad up that don't weigh a pound up to cause any harm to you.
You have force.
I did.
Understand why you don't understand.
She's really little.
Because
You have force. Even if you have a belt in your head and you whooping the kids, you have force. That's why you said you don't want to whoop them. Stop saying that.
I don't want to whoop kids at all because I'm just not that type of person.
And see, that's why people said that the little girl was coached, because they both agreed that he doesn't like to whoop the kids.
I don't want to inflict no pain to no one, even my own kids. Whenever they out of line, I don't even want to whoop them. That tells you something right there.
So just because he said he don't want to, I'm sure it's implied that it doesn't mean he don't. But this is why people saying she was coached.
My parents didn't care about how I felt. They whooped my butt. I got smacked in the face and everything by my parents. They had no remorse. I do.
Do you?
I don't want to whoop no one. I don't want to whoop no kids. I don't want to pick up a tote and put it on you to stop you from hitting me neither. I don't want you to hit me at all.
So she must have been trying to hit him and he put a tote over her and it probably bent her finger back.
I want, when we have an argument or debate about something, that I could just, if you got my phone, I just want my phone back. If I tell you I'm not cheating on you, I want you to trust me and believe that. When I say don't go through my phone, it ain't got nothing to hide. I want you to just take my word for it. I just wanted you to trust me. That's it. Not treat me like a criminal. I'm a black man. I'm already treated like a criminal every day. Just when they look at me, they see me as a black criminal.
You see how over it she is?
I'm 41 years old. People have looked at me like a criminal my whole life, and I've never even committed a criminal act. And again, our queens of this world hold power. If you say it, they believe it. Why? You've been married to me. You've been sleeping with me every day. We have a kid together. So when you jump out here and say things about me, they're going to believe it. You didn't.
So he only looks like he only really cares about what people think about the situation and not how it affected the family.
Jump out here and say, well, he put the tote on me after I pepper sprayed him and did all this stuff, after I took his phone and after I grabbed the Mac, after I ran, you ran and grabbed pepper spray. People go do that when someone's actually trying to harm them. I was not trying to harm you at all. I was just asking for my devices. That's where the problem is at. You're not saying nothing about those things. You're only talking about your hand and your head, when clearly you know I did not aim at your head or your hand.
But she said, even if you didn't mean to do it, you still hurt me. This is the thing about me. Whether you intentionally or unintentionally hurt somebody, if that person is bringing to your attention that you hurt them because you care about them, apologize. Like, that's just how I feel. Even if it wasn't on purpose, if you inadvertently hurt me, then apologize. I think that's all she was saying.
I was trying to prevent you from attacking me.
Yet you hurt me when you did that. Even though you didn't mean to, you did it.
That's why I'm trying to figure out how you don't get that. How you don't see that? What, did you blank out? That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we need some type of help in this situation. If you don't remember those things, because right now it seems like you don't remember none of those.
You, the only one that don't remember anything.
You don't.
No, I remember. I remember everything. We can go to the house.
You just sat it on top of me, and I just sat there. You just threw it on top of me, and I was just like this.
No, you were trying to kick. You were trying to kick me. No, I didn't. I placed it over your feet. You keep saying I was lying. What are you talking? How was I lying? You still ignoring what led up to all of that. That plastic tote laying in there. How did that plastic tote even get there? How did you get back into that predicament after spraying me with pepper spray?
He's trying to get her to admit fault.
Stop doing that. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why it's almost like you don't want to be friends. It's like you just want you want me to be an enemy or something.
I don't want to be nothing.
I mean, that's pretty obvious with what you're doing right now. Because like the honesty is the only thing that's gonna set us both free. I'm being honest.
You're not.
I'm being clearly honest, and I'll show you what I did. I'll show it on my kids. I'll take the Sharia and show it exactly.
Why would we reenact an alleged abusive situation with our children?
What I did. I'll go buy a whole new empty tote and get the Sharia to another area and show exactly what I did. I'll get her to react the whole thing.
Why?
If you want to, or somebody else to react it out just so you can see. Because it seems like you don't get it.
What's the point of this conversation?
The conversation is just to see if you're gonna show some remorse and stop paint me out to be this criminal that I'm not.
I'll tell you how to be nothing.
That's what you're doing. You making it seem like I aimed at your head with a tote or aimed at your hand.
You put it on top of me with your force.
I definitely put the tote over you to stop you, restrain you is what I was doing.
Okay, so he put the tote on top of her, and somehow her finger got bent.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm right on that.
That's on my mama. I ain't got no reason to lie about that.
And in doing so, you hurt my hand.
No, I mean, but I don't. Well, I'll take one thing I will tell you, and this
you didn't put it over my back. You didn't put it over my butt. You didn't put it over my legs. You put it over my whole entire body.
Let me
top of my head.
Let me give you a known fact because I think you don't know this. I know you don't know this. When a finger gets broken, it swells up instantly.
And it did.
Well, the camera shows it didn't. The camera shows it didn't.
How can you see my? Did you go fucking zoom?
I zoomed in. Yes, I did. I zoomed in.
No, you cannot.
Does it matter when the hand swole? If you hurt her finger, you hurt her finger. Like, I don't understand why this time. I only can take so much more of this.
I zoomed in on it. I zoomed in. I zoomed in on your hand, Brianna.
I said no. I'd rather go to the hospital.
I zoomed in on your hand, Brianna.
And they did an X-ray. I got plenty of pictures of my finger.
Yes, after you left the house.
Plenty of them. No, it ain't no after.
I zoomed in on the picture. It's on the video.
I seen it. I got plenty of pictures before the hospital.
I'll send you the video then. I'll send you the video because you can tell when somebody's hand is full.
What's important about this is she was hurt, and what I'm noticing is he's not showing remorse for what he did. He's just trying to make her admit fault so that he can look good. Look. You don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't deserve this. If someone hurt you and somebody shows you who you are, believe them. Believe them. And if he has you on live and you don't even know that you're live, just to prove a point, I'm sure she knows it by now, it's all for a reputation and not because you care to solve this or you care to hold yourself accountable. But speaking to her like you're her dad and gaslighting her, what?
I don't care what you.
Well, your hand is not swollen in the video.
This ain't about you. This about me. You ain't in the ER. I am.
Your hand is not swollen in the video, Brianna.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I can show you the video. I zoomed in on it.
Okay.
So I don't know what you did when you left, but it was not swollen before you left the house.
I ain't do shit.
Okay, well, it wasn't swollen at the house, so that's for sure.
What does that matter?
The camera shows that.
Okay, so what do you want?
Right.
I want you to be honest.
Why are you?
I am being fucking honest. I'm not gonna keep having this conversation with you. You got a different side and I got a different side. Both of it is the fucking truth, I guess. Because what happened to me is what the fuck happened to me. What happened to you, I don't know. And I'm about to keep going back and forth with you. You ain't the one that know fucking.
Look at his face. Look at his face while she's talking to him. Look at his face. A face will tell. Like, look at his face.
Or no fucking split on your fucking finger. So obviously you want too fucking damage.
No, the only thing.
Push your head. You be in a damn wrestling hole, and I'm pushing you off of me. You didn't get
I
bruised
put
not
you.
once.
I put you in a wrestling
You
hold.
didn't get hurt not once.
I put you in a wrestling
Going
hold,
in
Brianna.
there and getting your laptop and you get extremely upset
Brianna,
about
I
the
put you in a
laptop
wrestling
and
hold.
put it on top of my head with fucking force. Not no light shit. You didn't just put this shit on top of me and just walk the fuck away. That's how you making it seem. You making it seem like you just got this goddamn tote, put it on top of me, and then you walked away. That's not what the fuck happened. You did it twice.
That's what the video shows too. The video shows that I just walked away.
Let's empty this shit out. If she want a fucking demonstration.
And see, now she giving more energy.
Yeah, now look at that tote.
She's
How can that
giving too much
inflict any type of
energy.
thing? Yeah, look at that tote.
And look how little she is, and look how big he is.
Yes.
And you pushing it down on me, it's gonna hit my head.
No.
Right, because she
Now
ain't
do
Like this.
do the kicking
You're
motion.
gonna hit me in the head.
Do your kicking motion that you was doing.
What does that matter?
Ain't nobody kick from being on the floor.
Yes, you can kick from on the floor. That's the easiest way to kick.
Robert.
No, it's not.
And you know what else was easy? You walking away downstairs to go.
I couldn't. You was grabbing on me.
You kept putting the fucking toe on top of me. So
You said I kept doing that.
You was.
So
that shows how much mature you was.
So on the grabbing, so you grabbing on me.
Making excuses about somebody kicking you.
Yes, you punched me and everything. Oh my
and you
God.
still decided to use this toe as if you
Go
my
ahead.
goddamn slave master talking about you capturing me.
Go ahead and keep talking.
Dog. I'm not no animal. I'm not no pet. I'm not no peasant. I'm a human. Instead of you putting a toe on me, you should have went downstairs and got my dad.
So am I a human? Because why was you attacking me? Why did you mace me?
I wasn't attacking you.
Why did you get pepper spray? Why did you get pepper spray?
Attacking you and pulling on your pants.
Why are you pulling on my pants?
So she admitted only to putting on her pants, pulling his pants. She did not admit to the pepper spray. She did not admit to whatever else he's saying.
Difference. It's a difference.
Why are you pulling on my pants?
It's a difference.
Why you slap me in the head all those times?
It's a difference. Because you was holding on.
See, she just admitted fault.
To me tight.
So it looks like both of them were fighting. Both of them put their hands on each other.
I was not holding on to you. I was trying to get my phone and go leave. Why?
All of this because she wanted to look in his phone. What are you trying to hide to the point where it turns into this?
So why are you trying to get my phone?
I was like, damn, get up. So I started pushing you to get you off of me.
Why? Why are you trying to get my phone?
Why? Why are you talking to bitches?
I wasn't.
You was.
And if I was, that's my phone.
As soon as I said,
and if I was,
who is Patience? Oh, give me my phone.
And you seen the messages from Patience. Now, how do you feel?
Yeah, Patience said you kept going to the mall to see her. Like,
So,
oh my God.
okay, see, that's what you think. That's my point. You done analyzed and created a whole story.
It is what you was doing.
Okay.
It is what you was doing.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Why else would you took the phone?
Okay. You done created a whole scenario.
Taking it. I done seen all type of bitches in your phone, and you ain't never took it in. Why you want to take it now?
I'm tired.
I asked you about all type of bitches in your phone, all type of bitches that you been in your DMs, and you be like, oh, that was for business. Oh, okay. Oh, that's she done this to my song. Oh, okay. Now when this person come across, it's snatching the phone.
Well, don't you think somebody would get tired of that?
What's the difference in
as he looks into the camera?
He asking about any other chick.
Don't you think somebody would? Don't you think somebody would get tired? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it.
What is the difference?
I'm tired of it. That's the difference.
Right, you're tired of it.
Yes, I'm tired of it.
Right, you're tired of it.
I've been tired of it.
Okay. Right. So why are we having this conversation?
So why make her? What are you doing to make her feel that she can't trust you? And why did her trying to reach for your phone turn into this?
You're so tired of it.
Because why did you have to do all of this?
This conversation.
Because you're lying on me. Because you're lying on me.
See, it's back to the lie and back to his reputation.
What is the point of you calling me every day? What is the point of us talking? I don't understand. Why are we talking? It's no point. You're done. I'm done. Fuck it. It's just done. Ain't shit else to talk about.
Because you're ruining my life.
You don't give a
How is she ruining your life?
fuck about nothing. You don't want to.
You're ruining my life.
It does not matter. I'm not ruining shit.
Yes, you are.
I'm not ruining shit.
Yes, you are.
I didn't never go and post at Robert Hampton.
Yes, you are. So who broke your finger? So who broke your finger? Because it wasn't me.
Here we go.
No, I didn't.
You the only one hit me in the head with a fucking toe.
Yep, I never hit you in the head with a toad. That's a lie.
So where did you put the toad on?
That's a lie. On your legs where you was kicking me at. Your legs. Where
Even if she was kicking and moving her hands, if her finger got in the way, that's how it got broken.
you was kicking me. Your legs. Over your legs where you were kicking me at. Why you still don't get what I'm saying? Yes, it do. My whole body will fit in that tote, Brianna. I'm taller than you.
Exactly.
Why are you trying to ruin my name?
Robert,
I did not hurt your finger.
We can go try to record me and try to lie and do some bullshit. We can go on live and have this.
See, she just said we can go on live, meaning she didn't even know she was being recorded this whole time.
Conversation, because that's just what it is. That's what we can do. You ain't got to try to get your phone and try to record some shit.
We can come together.
Why?
We can go live together with all the children.
Why are we bringing the
We can go live with all the children.
Why are we doing that?
We can go live with all the children.
It's still about reputation. It's still about reputation.
Like, oh, let me record.
We can go live with all the children.
Look better like a narcissist does. How about you bring me on fucking live? Let's go on live and we'll have this conversation live.
Why do we need to have this live? This looks like a private family thing. This is what I'm saying. Like, why does this have to be live? My 2 cents. Let me get my 2 cents really quick. Number one, they both putting their hands on each other. That's a no. Like before someone provokes you to put your hands on them, leave. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, if the fact she has to get to the point of going through his phone, he has given her reasons to want to go through the phone. So when he says he wants his phone back, she just want to look in the phone and it's causing this big to do, then it does allude and imply that maybe it's something that you're trying to hide. Should her going through her phone turn into this whole ordeal? No, it shouldn't, but it looks like it's been problems for a minute, and this is just like, it just came to a head. I think that them talking live is going to make it worse because now you got the opinions of everybody else. It looks like he's constantly he's consistently calling her to try to trip her up and recording her so that he can clear his name, because his name means everything to him. They probably got sponsorships, all type of stuff, because they've been online. And like I said, he's a musician and things like this. Here's the thing. They may even make up, but no one's going to forget this. You know what I'm saying? So even if they make up, it's still a broken family. You now have the daughter saying that she's getting hurt. There is the babysitter or housekeeper saying that he's very abusive and a gaslighter and treats her like she's a kid. We can see if this is indication of any way that he talks to her, then I can see how the babysitter could say, hey, he demeans her and he's condescending. And even in the fact he doesn't even care about the family, he doesn't even care what that looks like. I'm implying he could care, but this is just my opinion. He's more concerned about his ego and he's more concerned about how he looks in this situation. My 2 cents is maybe y'all should just like stay away from each other for this moment until you get counseling for the whole family, until her finger is fixed. Instead of all this recording, instead of going live, why don't this get handled by a professional? Why don't this get handled by a professional? If they keep playing around with these cameras and stuff, and it looks like it's a dangerous situation for their kids, now CPS can get involved. Like, I think the more public and the more they're talking about how volatile the situation is, the more danger, more exposed, the more the kids' family life is exposed. If it looks like it's over, then it's over. Why are you calling me every day? Why are you calling me every day? Now you could be on your phone all that you want because I'm not there. So what? You know, he wants her to change her story. He wants her to be the bad guy and the fall guy when it looks like they both was putting their hands on each other, all because of phone, because she doesn't trust him. So she's alluding that he cheated. He's saying that he didn't. We don't have proof of that. But what we do know, now we have, a distressed wife with a broken finger. So I just say, just get out of that situation. God gives us an out, and it looks like that's your out of that situation. So take it. That's what I'm telling MrsLatruth. And I'm so sorry that this has to be for everybody to see and for everybody's opinion, and everybody saying they lying, and everybody. And that's the thing that kills me. Like, it takes a lot for somebody to come out and say when they've been victimized, or say when they've been hurt, or say when they've been violated, because the first thing people say is, oh, well, they're playing victim, or oh, they're lying. And it almost seems like people take they take the side of the person who was victimizing versus the actual victim. So I really hope, for the sake of the kids, that they just separate and co-parent. Like, that's just my opinion. And I'm not about divorce. I do believe in the sanctity of marriage. However, when it gets to the point where people are feeling endangered and people are breaking fingers and stuff like that, I do not think that is conducive to a healthy home life. But she'll leave when she's ready. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can convince her when she's ready. But she'll leave when she's ready. If you know anyone, or if you are in a situation similar to that, or any domestic violence, like, abuse comes in all factors, spiritual, mental, financial abuse, all types of abuse. If you feel like you're in that situation, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233, or you can text START at 88788. I feel like we keep coming across situations like this, and I don't know if it's being more highlighted because this is the month for that, but find some safety. Find some safety, find a support system. They have so many programs out here that will protect you and your children from these dangers. And a lot of people don't, and people who get mad, like, well, why did they go back and da 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 da? You still have an open door to leave. Even if you go back, you still have an open door to leave when you feel it's ready for you. We can't tell anybody when they're done. We can't tell anybody when when there's an out. They take that out when they feel that it is an out. So in all that you do, be kind. Be kind to someone, because you don't know the situation. You don't know how they were brought up. You don't know any of that. So don't judge, and just be kind. And that is the end of 2 Cents on a Monday. Woohoo! So, as I've been saying every night, I have some personal things going on that will have me take a break from 2 Cents. My last day for a while will be tomorrow. And so I will be coming back probably the third Monday in November, which I'm really sad about, but I'll just try to keep replaying shorts and stuff like that until I can come back to you guys. You guys really make my nights worthwhile, and you could have been anywhere tonight, but you've chosen to be here with me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you a lot. If you are on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification. If you're on Twitch, hit that like. If you are on Facebook, follow me. I am on all monikers, Be Your Own Kind 24. And if you just want to join the mailing list, BeYourOwnKind.com. Please remember that you are the most fantastic person that you'll ever encounter. And until tomorrow, don't forget to be your own kind and kind to each other. Bye.